Good evening and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment in Canada around the world. My name is Tahir Qureshi. I'm your host tonight. We will be talking about burning issues in real estate and market update. It's a great honor for me to have my friend Manjeet Sagu. He's the president of Real Estate Institute of Canada and a broker owner of his own brokerage. So I'm going to welcome him to ask him to introduce himself, and then we talk about issues.
Thank
Manjeet,
you very much,
go ahead.
Mr. Tahir, and a pleasure to be here on Awaz program today for Coffee Talk. My name is Manjeet Sagu. As Mr. Qureshi said, that I am the broker of record at Century 21 Skylark Real Estate Ltd. here in Mississauga, and the president for the Toronto chapter of REIC, where I had the luxury to meet Mr. Tahir.
Well, welcome. Thank you very much, Sagu. We both are also director of Real Estate Institute of Canada, and he's the president. And today we have a couple of important issues that we're going to talk about. And he's also broker record. He has a close to 100 employees working in his brokerage. When we're doing a deal in real estate, the issue is coming because of coronavirus. There is a term called time of the essence, is included in the agreement of purchase and sale standard written in our clauses. What really that mean? Because lots of consumer, when they are putting an offer through their realtors, they don't understand the sensitivity of that date, time of the essence. Can you explain to our viewers?
Absolutely, a great question, and definitely something that no matter what you buy, be it if you even do a rental or you purchase a large parcel of land, your realtor will be putting conditions in there and stating days that are required. Those of those conditions are for the benefit of the buyer, and some are deliverance by the seller. Now, one of the ones that's a major item is that a lot of people, kind of start off on a bad foot, is that your deliverance of a deposit check is within 24 hours.
Yeah.
And it is not so much 24 hours when it starts of the convenience for you, but it starts 24 hours from the acceptance of the offer. So if today it be a Thursday and I was to accept a transaction today, by tomorrow I would have to deliver a deposit check. And so you'd be amazed just how fast that first hurdle and how many people have to chase a check. So that time is of the essence, and that is something that is important. Seller has to deliver some documentation. Maybe the seller has to deliver to you serial numbers. Seller has to deliver to you a survey. If you're buying a business, the lease agreement and receiving. So those are vital because every one condition also starts and is under the understanding that you're going to deliver what you need to do.
Yeah, similarly, when you are issuing an offer, you have an irrevocable date that how long your offer is valid.
Yes.
That's very time sensitive. If it 1 minute past that time, your offer is no good. You have a completion date, which is on the first page of the APS. I think clause 2 is called completion date. And that shows at what time, 6 o'clock, you have to vacate the property. So seller has to vacate the property and buyer can move into the house. So that date is. You have a mortgage inspection or a home financing clause or environmental issues. Those timing, when they say no later than this time and date, those are time of the essence. That means at that time, either your deal is firm,
yes,
or it will become a null and void. So it's very, very important for you to make sure that you follow that time schedule. The other issue is when you have breached the agreement and you have a deposit there, and especially there is a tendency, I don't get a mortgage, I want my money back. Is the intent of the buyer and seller when they enter into agreement in good faith to fulfill their obligation. So what happens to the deposit when there are issues related to deposit? Can you highlight them so my client know, our viewers know that, because right now coronavirus, lots of things are happening. Some have been handled, some issues. So what would be your advice in terms of deposit handling? Because
sure. I mean, another great question. I mean, everyone's business has changed. 30 years of my family owning brokerages, we've never actually taking, wire transfers. There's always bank drafts and certified checks. And all of a sudden now we find ourselves accepting wires and returning money through a wire. But in sense of a deposit, just the deposit itself is something that's so subjective. It is once you sign an agreement of purchase and sale, you have entered into a binding contract. And I think the buyer and seller have to understand that. Sometimes there's been cases in markets, right now currently we're in a very active market where real estate is moving. You might find yourself where a seller wants to give you a release because his house can sell or his land can sell to somebody else. But what happens if you bought something where the market wasn't active and you put yourself in an agreement of purchase and sale and you just decided not to deliver a deposit check? You open yourself up to a little bit of court case. And if the seller is someone that wants to say, I'm going to fight, you may end up in a lawsuit.
Yeah, the issue again is the good intentions of entering into an agreement.
Yes.
The both parties are competent. They agree to make this deal happen. Now, sometimes people think that, I'm not doing my part, I will get my deposit back because I have a condition for 5 days. But also people have to think about what is your intention. A lot of time right now we are entering into clauses in the agreement that you give us a copy from the bank, refusal of your mortgage.
Yes.
Or you have issues of home inspection, then you will give us a copy from an inspection report. Then which shows that, yes, there's something you found, something was wrong and you want to walk away. So the deposit can also, if you fail the deal, the deposit stays in trust account. There's only two ways you can get the money. Either you have a mutual release or you have a court orders.
Yep.
You will not be able to get your deposit back. It remains in the real estate trust account, and until the court decision is made, that money stays in the real estate trust account of the brokerage. So it's not that easy just to take your deposit back. You have to demonstrate that this is the condition. It was in the condition that you have a satisfactory inspection report. If something is not wrong with the house,
absolutely,
then you can't just walk away and say, give me my deposit back, I'm walking away from the deal. Because the seller could have sold that house to somebody else who can make the deal. So seller can argue that. So this is some of the burning issues right now affecting because of coronavirus. The other thing is the issue comes in sometime, should I get out of this deal or should I keep this deal alive? This is a situation because of coronavirus. It's very understandable. Some people have lost their job. They have no more income. Some people have a government assistance program. They have been converted into unemployment insurance and they can't support the expenses. So, or you have deferral payments, you don't have a job, the bank, you run out of options, you're selling the house. So there are multiple things that you enter into a buying agreement, your property is not sold. So what are your advice on this in terms of getting out of deal? How do you see that if somebody has a firm deal, how can they get out from it?
I was going to ask you just for clarity before I asked the answer, about getting out. If you're firm and you've entered into a firm transaction, you have a deposit check, I personally never advise any buyer to get out of a transaction.
Yes.
And there's been times where sellers also said, I want to get out of my deal. I'm not going to sell a house anymore. And we don't advise that either. Court cases are going to, enter. I do feel that once you have a firm transaction, it is in the best interest for everybody to close that deal. If you have lost your job in the meantime, you've been a victim of COVID and your employment is a little bit been altered, there's always B lenders, there's always ways to get a private mortgage. The unique part is you own a mortgage company, so do I. So you want to be able to do transactions with those people that give you options. And I think a savvy realtor will prevent you from entering those situations. But I personally have never seen anything good happen from someone trying to exit a firm transaction.
Yeah, this is a Canadian way, I say it. Since the coronavirus has came, we come a long way of social distancing and getting back to opening our office. And now we are cooperating. Everybody understands that this has affected economically A to Z everybody across Canada. Therefore, we have to cooperate. The best advice is the buyer and seller and their lawyer, respective lawyers, to actively engage and keep them informed and try to accommodate each other. I have recently 2 transactions where a buyer who wanted to buy my property, my client's property, he already bought it, and he ended up selling his house. He has to change the date. So my client was willing to accommodate his date because my client also bought another property, and the other listing agent in Niagara Falls was also accommodating. So we re-advise 4 transaction dates because we want to make sure we work with each other. And it was good because we talked to our fellow realtors to make sure that we have this understanding to educate our client, because consumer needs to be educated about
Absolutely.
it. So this is very, very important. And also we always advise that since it's a legal issues, in case your circumstances are different, you speak to a lawyer who is representing you in your transaction to make sure he will give you guidance. You talk to your lender if you have an issue with the lender, because those are the 2 people who will be dealing with this, because realtors can help you to navigate and see if there is a time extension required. Sometimes seller will demand a little bit more deposit to increase,
Absolutely.
give the timing. They just want to make sure the deal goes through it, not just to walk away from the deal. I said that's again, honest intention, in good faith, you always see a cooperation.
You mentioned to hear regarding the deposit. Often we see our clients say, "Oh, well, I have 3 buyers and this guy's giving me the most money." We will say, "Listen, it's closing date, it's conditions, it's price and deposit." When you were saying something about firm transaction, the chances of a deal closing are dependent largely on how kind of deposit check that person has sitting in that trust account.
Yeah.
Right? You have $50,000, $75,000 as a deposit check. The seller's going to feel very warm and fuzzy that this deal will close. Now, however, if sometimes we call it, you're property rich, your money is in your property, you need a deposit check. You take your deposit, you put $15,000, $20,000, and the seller chose to work with you. Stranger, an honest, a good intention, things have gone wrong, and the guy says, "My mortgage, I need an extension for 5 days." The seller and seller's lawyer, they don't mind giving you an extension, but if the seller's lawyer, on behalf of the seller, says to you, "Buyer client, we want a further deposit of $25,000 and we'll give you 5 more days." If the buyer client refuses to, the chances of that deal closing in the 6th day are 0. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
If I know I'm going to close in the 4th day, I have no issue giving it. But once you give that deposit and it's a firm deal, guaranteed you will lose your deposit check. And one vital thing I want people to know in this economy, if you've given a deposit check of $50,000 and you bought the house for $600,000, and for whatever reason you couldn't close, and the seller sells that house for $600,000, you're going to lose your deposit check. You will lose that check. If the market happens to go further ahead and goes up to the house and he sells it for $605,000, they will not be able to sue you for anything further than your deposit check, because you won't have made the seller incur any losses. In fact, you not closing it has probably benefited the seller. However, if that same property sells for $620,000 and your deposit's $50,000, you might be open to a court case in where the seller can say, "Because you refused to close, I incurred a further debt." And that's where the cases come into play post firm transaction.
Yeah, what happened is that what I have learned on one of the transactions that we have, it was supposed to close in 2018. It did not close. We gave deposit, additional deposit, got time exchange to lawyer. The buyer said, they firmed the deal actually, and they got extension 1 month. They gave an additional deposit to the lawyer. The money was supposed to come from overseas. I'm not going to name the country, but they never came. And now, as of today, is over 2 years. The case is in the court. I have a deposit for some money, and Real Estate Council of Ontario, I asked them, should I give you this money? Or because past 2 years, they said, no, as long as the court case decided is there, you can keep the money, and then you can give the money back when the court order is done. If something happens, then we'll talk about it. So 2 years for $25,000 still sitting in a real estate trust account because the person fails the deal. The listing that I have, I sold more than the list price that I sold him. Still, the lawyers say, according to the court proceeding and judgment, they forfeit the deposit.
They forfeit it.
So that's why it's very, very important. I have recently a case, the transaction completed very recently. The realtor gave $250,000 deposit over 800,000 transactions. So I told him under RICO, our insurance, RIBA insurance, will only cover him 100,000. Since our company is in good standing, and we just closed the deal, I cut a big check to the seller, but don't go over 100,000. So this is very important for our realtor professionals who are watching. Don't go over 100,000 deposit because your case maximum protection is about 100,000 under Real Estate Business Broker Act and now Teresa. So now before we continue our conversation, we're going to give you a little bit of market update. This is very exciting, as you can see that what's going on. Our sale have jumped 42.3% from September 2019 to 2020. 43%. So we sold, and this data is from Toronto Regional Real Estate Board, TRAB. We both are a member of TRAB. So in 2017, 7,791 sale happened. In 2020 September, 11,083 transactions happened in September. And we just, in July, lockdown was lifted, and you have seen the sale have jumped in August. Now in September is 43%. Now, new listing, we have now 30.8% more listing in September 2020 versus September 2019. And in 2019, we have 15,606 listing, and we have 20,420 listing. So that means sale.
The market is incredible.
The market is going there.
I mean, who would have thought in the months of March and April where, real estate companies were really scratching their heads. I'm sure we were sitting at home thinking, what's going to happen? We've never really seen some kind of situation like this. But it was a learning curve. And the market, we were on a webinar today at 5 o'clock, and I made a comment that we truly are in Toronto and the surrounding area, a country within a country. We have our own little economy. I don't know if we are just reflective of all of Canada. I know Canada has its ups and downs, but Toronto being so multicultural, so much outside money coming in, investments, our condo market is strong. Our condo market will remain strong. A very dear friend of ours, also part of the REIC family, always says, he says, Manjeet, if we are unable to sell their units at the current price, we will hold them and wait a year to sell them. But the market, we will not let the market fall. The only market I see in the future that might take a little bit of a hit could be in the small one bedrooms in Toronto.
Yes.
Because they're the ones that were being rented out. They might leave Toronto, still go buy a house somewhere else. But the market overall is a fantastic market.
Okay, we're going to take viewers. We're going to take a call. Hello, you are on Realty Coffee Talk and Awaz Entertainment. Mike, can I help you?
Hi there. Yeah, I just had a question about condos. Just wondering about all of the condos that are were Airbnbs and rentals that are a lot less rental units now for people moving back home and not going to university. I'm just wondering, like, is that affecting the condo market at all, or is it are prices dropping for one bedroom condos? Because I've heard that people are upgrading. They want more space. If people have to physically distance and can't go out more, they're going for bigger units. So what's happening with the one bedroom
Okay,
condos?
may I know your name, please?
Yes, it's Fabio.
Okay, Fabio, thank you very much. It's a good call. I tell you, I just had experience about the condominium and recently, and we're going to talk about that. I'm going to give a chance to Manjeet to answer the question. Right now, based on the sale market in Toronto GTA, there was a 6.6% increase. That's the lowest increase in condominium sale in GTA or through TRAB.
Yeah,
Whereas the housing is higher. So that shows that condo has not appreciated as much as...
No, and we're not going to mention about the resale, because I think the resale is a different monster. But definitely, as the caller Fabio had mentioned, is that he had kind of a two-part question. One was about the rental, and secondly about the smaller units. And funny thing is, we were just talking about that. At the one bedroom plus the small den may take a small hit in the market, only because the buyers that were buying those properties are also the same people or occupants that are leaving and going back and living with mom and dad, or maybe buying and getting a bigger unit with a friend because it's cheaper. So there's that dynamic. I would like to take a little further in depth what Fabio's question was in regards to the rental, though.
Yeah.
If you put and some of my clients have experienced this, you put a condo that you were getting $2,000 for right now, and you put it up for $2,000. You'll still get an offer for $2,000, maybe even $2,050. But what the landlord's doing for the first time in a long time is saying, Manjeet, I don't want that $2,050. I see a $1,900 that's kind of he's a very, they peg him as an essential worker now. I like this person because they're going to work from home. They're in the IT field, and I'm not going to get affected. Their job is secure. And I'm not really feeling this $2,050 tenant, because I feel this tenant might be subjective to COVID-19. So in order to make sure we answer Fabio's question, is that is where the rental rates are dropping, but it's not real. That the landlord's still seeing that $2,050. He's still seeing the $2,000. The landlord chooses now the $1,900 or $1,950 tenant because they're a more secure tenant.
Yeah, when you talk about, Fabio, about rental property, investors look at, is how much is my carrying cost? Am I breaking even, or do I have to put money from my pocket? Recently, I did some calculation for one of my clients in Toronto, and it was to pocket about $500 more to compensate between the cost of buying and maintaining it versus the rent they were getting it. So we decided not to buy it, because it may not be good for the investors, but a person who wants to buy it and live in here, there will be a good potential to bargain, because prices has come down a little bit in that area.
And mentioning that, Fabio mentioned Airbnb.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, like yourself, we're going to not mention any building names, but if you're a realtor, you can go on to the Toronto Real Estate Board, and there's one or two buildings that are Airbnb, and they made a lot of money, right? Yeah. And right now there must be over 55 to 65 active listings.
Yes.
And the prices, you can see the one unit for $550 and the carbon copy 3 floors for $650. It's basically throw it on the wall, see what happens.
Yes.
And but there's money tied up for them. The unfortunate part is for that investors, that they've got $200,000-$300,000 invested in that condominium.
So Fabio, thank you very much for your call. I hope you have got the answer. So again, as we talk about it, so we are talking about is that the average price in September in 2019 September was $842,421. In 2020 September, it went to 960,660. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. So people are buying the properties. Property is increasing. We do have a concern in terms of what happened to those who had deferred their mortgages.
Right.
What is the source of their income going to be? Did they got their job back? Did they restore their payment? Are they getting any government support? EI, after they run out of this special 2,000 per each person. Those are a little bit concerned, but because there's always been a shortage of houses, and even though immigration has been slow, but we're expecting that it will going to multiply next year or so.
My personal opinion is that immigration, we as Canadians want to see our COVID-19 numbers reduce, and our expectations of our health and our great health system is we want to see 0 cases. The reality is, though, we're still doing pretty well compared to the other countries that we see ourselves battle with our economies. Having said that, there are a lot of outside residents that see Canada as truly the place to go. And there are, in our office right now, a couple of transactions made for people that have bought property that they will be living in, be it 1, 2, 2.5 years that they want to get here. They understand the economy keeps going up, so they're buying it for today's value. And this is another thing, that we'll always have outside money coming in.
Okay, so I'm going to give you an average price of a home, detached home for GTA, Toronto, and also 905 area. Again, these are average price, include all those areas served by TRAP. But this does not mean that your house fall into that category. You must consult with your real estate professional licensed to practice in your area, who is representing you, and he can tell you where your price is for your house. So average price of a detached home is 1.487 million in 416 and 1,104,000, I'm just rounding it, 1,104,000 in 905 area. 905 area could be Brampton, Mississauga, Oakville, could be Milton. So these are closest GTA area.
And they're all $1 million. Could you imagine?
Imagine it's all average million.
You look at the...
So this is happening right now. So there were 1,161 houses sold in 416 and 4,398 sold in 905 area in September only.
And if we were to go outside of that and see, especially the last, maybe for an investor, they've always kind of gone out for affordability. But if you look at the person that's now living out there, I personally have moved people from, the 905, the 416, to, I would laugh with them and say, yeah, you live in a little town now. Binbrooks have become very common. Paris has become a very common. These are places where we used to drive by on the 401 on the way to London, on the way to Windsor. But these are places that now are destined to live in. Grimsby's become a place. Stony Creek's become a common city.
Beamsville, Colin.
Yeah, Beamsville. And I think if you look at this, there are people that are going to start living there. You're going to half the cost. It's a lifestyle change. COVID-19 has taught us to reevaluate ourselves as families, reevaluate ourselves, and how we do our business.
This is amazing. Now we're going to give you a little bit more information before we take a break. The semi-detached, the average is 1.145 in Toronto and 791,905 area. An average price for Sami between 901 and 416 for a Sami is 922,000. Detached home is 1.184, average between 416 and 905 area. So we're going to take a little break now. You're watching Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment in Canada, around the world.
Kebab, Takeout Grill and Catering.
जहां आपको मिलेंगे बेहतरीन पाकिस्तानी और इंडियन कुजीन, डेली स्पेशल और पार्टी ट्रेस, बेहतरीन बारबेक्यू, बिहारी कबाब, चिकन टिक्का और मिक्स बारबेक्यू प्लेटर। इसके अलावा बीफ, चिकन और वेजी की बेहतरीन वैरायटी। तो आज ही तशरीफ लाइए अल कबाब ग्रिल एंड टेकआउट, मेविस और ब्रिटानिया के इंटरसेक्शन पर। टेलीफोन नंबर 9058191222।
Canadian family-owned real estate brokerage. If you are thinking of buying or selling residential or commercial real estate, think of us. Call us. We are one-stop solution provider for your real estate needs. Our passion is real estate. Your success is our priority. Our commission plans to meet your budget. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. A family serving family. To search for sale properties and free reports, visit www.citypro.net.
डिक्सी और एग्लिंटन के इंटरसेक्शन पे तशरीफ लाइए ज़ौक़ रेस्टोरेंट। जायकेदार लजीज खानों का मरकज, पाकिस्तानी, इंडियन और हक्का चाइनीज। आप हमसे लाइव बारबेक्यू और कैटरिंग के लिए राब्ता कर सकते हैं। राब्ते के लिए हमारा नंबर 9056257786।
Zog Restaurant, Zog वालों के लिए।
625.
Because we beat prices from all major stores and small stores. At Dixie Electronics, our motto is we sell quality and deliver confidence.
Dixie Electronics and Appliances, 5120 Dixie Road, Unit 11, Mississauga. Phone number 905-625-5900.
Limited. My name is Bobby, and I would like to introduce our very newest product. It is only with us with Panam blinds in improved. It's combination of and silver shades, so Venus shades, or Shangri-La shades. So it's a very unique and new product in different color. It's an energy saver. You can save your 85% energy, and also it has child safe.
Welcome viewers on Realty Coffee Talk. My name is Tahir. I'm your host on Awaz Entertainment Canada around the world. We're talking about burning issues in real estate and market update. So we're going to continue with Sanjeev Sagu about the market update. So the townhouses are average price of $748,437, and condo unit, regardless of any size, $634,756 a condo. Without unit 1 or unit 2 or 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, this is the average. Again, I said that this is the average price between 905 and 416. You have to talk to your realtor to check it out, how much you're worth when you're buying. He or she will help you to find the property. Now, before I give you percentage of increase per type of the house, we're going to continue our conversation of the burning issues. Now, this is rented property that is sold. What kind of challenges do you face when the property is sold but is tenanted, and how to get the person out? How your agents are dealing with it? What is the guidance you provide? What to put in the agreement of purchase and sale?
Great question, and more is becoming a topic in the last 2-3 months. First of all, if nothing is mentioned about a tenant, it is assumed, as per the APS, it's vacant possession.
Yeah.
However, understand that if the tenant has said he or she will vacate, and on the day of closing they don't vacate, you're gonna actually get that nuisance with you, and you're gonna get that problem.
Absolutely.
And currently, it's one thing if you had to vacate him during a process where COVID-19 wasn't an influence. I would suggest for everyone, extend the closing date. Make sure the seller A, incurs the stress, B, incurs the cost to take this tenant out. Under no circumstance would I advise any buyer or if an agent came to me and asked for advice, said, Manjeet, we're getting a great deal. Unless this deal is absolutely fantastic, would I be taking a tenanted home?
Yeah, no, this is very important because there are some Ontario government guidelines regarding residential tenancy under the Act, where we have to understand that lots of people have lost their job, they don't have ability to pay the rent, they're getting some subsidy or support from the government. So there is a humanitarian factor involved with it. We're all Canadian. We must understand it's very unlikely this will happen to you if you're working with a realtor, because realtor understand how the occupancy of tenancy works with the buying and selling real estate, because you have to give a 60 days notice depending your lease has already expired.
Absolutely.
Or it is for the owner's use, you have to provide a 60-day notice. Also, you cannot terminate the lease agreement. Buyer has to assume that if there is a valid tenant agreement. So Ontario government is very, very strict about it, and you have to deal with the residential tenant tribunal about the complaint, the process.
It's not landlord friendly to begin with. It's a very tenant friendly environment. But up and above that, we do live in Canada, so it makes it even more difficult during the winter seasons. COVID-19 is also going to have an influence. At the end of the day, would we recommend that anybody purchase a home with a tenant? But under no circumstances, unless I'm getting it for a drastically cheaper price.
Yeah, this is. I personally believe that now I heard that lots of people are seeking nomination for various political party. I believe that the election of Ontario, big issue will be the housing.
Absolutely.
And whenever the election is coming, because I know people are coming, and economic renewal. What government, Ontario government or federal government is doing to make sure the economy takes back, and how to deal with the shortage of housing. It has to do with the lots of policy and procedures, how the government approves them, how construction company apply for the building permit, how they can expedite the process to make sure influx of new construction is coming in to keep the value. Because equilibrium is between supply and demand. If the supply demand is equal, price will stabilize. Right now, it seems that on MLS, last September, we have a more listing coming, but we have a more sale too.
Absolutely.
So we don't know whether this trend in this last fourth quarter this year.
Well, I mean, right now I look at my own personal sales and something that you and I have always shared. We like to sit with our clients and explain to them what's best for their interests. Back 2 years ago, you could find yourself in a lender at 2.9 to 3.1.
Yeah.
Yet today's B lenders at 2.99.
Yeah.
So if you sit down and we sit down with a client and say, Mr. and Mrs., I find you have a house, you're at a 2.95 interest rate. We're entering an era of COVID that cash is king. If you sell your house, put $30,000-$40,000 in your back pocket for security during this unprecedented time. Up and above that, we can get you a house equal, if sometimes even more value, and you're at a 1.95% variable rate. You can find yourself $30K in your pocket, maybe a house that has an office so you can work from home, and have a cheaper and same payment. So I think right now we should all hope that the interest rates stay like this.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's going to be going up.
And I'm hoping that because of the elections that nobody's going to want to raise them. If they stay low, at the end of the day, not selfishly because we're realtors, but if real estate is moving, then home inspectors are busy, lawyers are busy, surveyors are busy, movers are busy, and we create 7 to 10 jobs through a transaction.
Yeah, in real estate, the most important thing is the flow of people. How people are moving and which direction they're going. Are they living in GTA, Mississauga, or they're going outskirt because affordability is the issue. So as you can see, lots of people, like Manjeet had mentioned, the people are moving away from the big city because they can get a big deal, a good deal that provide them a detached home instead of buying a condominium or one-bedroom apartment. For $600,000 in Toronto, they can buy a detached home or almost 2,000 square feet in outskirt with all the amenities, especially with the kids. So this has to do with the flow of the people, how people are moving and traveling within city to city, because as he mentioned, Manjeet, the work is being done remotely now. 85% or 80% people are working from their home. There could be surplus properties in the commercial side opening there, but people have learned to work. The employer have learned to work that I don't need to buy or rent properties for my employees as long as they deliver. So technology has played a big role. Information technology, businesses invest infrastructure to make sure people accommodating voice over technology, Zooming, Skype, other.
Did we ever? I had never heard of a Zoom or a webinar in the month on March 12th. I never heard of it.
Yeah.
And now there's such a term called Zoom fatigue or webinar fatigue, where we find ourselves 5 or 6 times during the day on a webinar. We thirst for interaction, but you're 110% correct. Residentially, we should be fine. Where do we see ourselves next year in a commercial setting? I hope we don't go down a street and see that blackout effect, where in a blackout effect in commercial terms is where the 3 or 4 units are just blacked out, it's vacant. It's not so much about the landlord being affected. We assume the landlord has a lot of abundance of money and he can afford it or she can afford it. But for the morale, for us to walk by 3, 4 blacked out stores may not be the best thing that we want to see as human beings and what we like. We all still love to go through a mall, but you wouldn't want to see 4 or 5 stores empty.
Yeah, because in this coronavirus has impacted so much across Canada and North America. In fact, globally, we talk about Ontario because we're licensed to practice in Ontario. The public and private debt has increased tremendously. Our federal government has gone over $1 trillion. Never heard of it. Last time I learned about it was a $650 billion debt, the federal debt we have. Now it's gone over $1 trillion. I don't know how long and how much more would need to stimulate the economy. And also how efficient our government is functioning, because they have to adopt new mechanism, new technology, new way of doing business. Social distancing has destroyed our body chemistry, sharing, hugging, shaking hand, communicating our passion and feeling that we have. It has totally took away.
I agree.
Human connection, bonding. We used to hug and shake hands. So now we have to learn all new techniques, not only to deal with this, but we also have to help our fellow business people.
And it's funny you had mentioned about the human touch. There was a time that in our industry we would hear that realtors are going to be lost. They're not going to have a job. They don't need them. We can buy this on a computer. We don't need it. The irony is that COVID-19 has probably brought buyers and sellers needing that realtor's perspective, that knowledge, that education, and need that interaction with them. I've sat down with more buyers and sellers than I ever would have in the past. And even when given the opportunity that, hey, I'll just authenticate these documents to you. And they say, Manjeet, if you don't mind, just swing on by, we'll sit in the back, we'll make a tea, and you can get the documents signed.
All right. We have a few minutes left of our program, so I want to give you an update, year-over-year price change for detached home. So 12.9% average between 905 and 4116 increase in detached home from September 2019 to September 2020. Semi-detached, 10.6% increase between 416, 905 in 905 and 416. September 2019 and September 2020. Townhome averaged 10.5% increase from last year to this year. And again, condominium, 6.6% increase. So you can see that the highest increase was detached, semi and townhome are the same, and condominium went a little bit down. These are the things that you can watch. You can call myself. My number is 416-451-3489 to give you detailed breakdown, or we're going to ask Manjeet to give his number to you, so in case you have a question, you can call him, or call studio 647-484-0018 and ask for our number. They can provide to you. So before I end my program, I want to give you, Manjeet, go ahead 1 minute to just give your number, so in case somebody wants to call you, they can call you.
Absolutely. My number is 416-414-4241. Again, 416-414-4241. And feel free to ask any question, even if you have a realtor. We're here to give you an educated advice. That's something that Tahir and I kind of specialize in. Our advice is free, and make use of it.
Thank you very much, viewers. My name is Tahir Qureshi. I'm your host for Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment. Thank you very much for watching. This program is broadcast every Thursday at 7 p.m. on Awaz Entertainment IPTV 580 social media, Facebook and YouTube around the globe. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon next Thursday.
Thank you.
Good night.